A major international soccer tournament is coming to Central Florida next month.
This summer, actually, we have a new competition, the FIFA Club World Cup.
This summer, Mercedes-Benz Stadium will play host to matches for the inaugural FIFA Club World Cup.
The 2025 FIFA Club World Cup is just months away, getting kicked off in June at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
In less than a month, the newly revamped Club World Cup will be taking place in June 2025 in the loving country of football, the United States of America.
Well, they got that boy Mbappe over there in France. He ain't no joke.
Now, obviously, if you're living under a rock, Gianni Infantino announced that the Club World Cup will be expanding into 32 teams playing at the tournament. And obviously, the reasoning for doing all of this is to make money. That's pretty much the reason.
What I meant to say was Infantino's doing it for the love of the game.
But I really think that the Club World Cup can be something really special. I think a lot of fans from around the world are excited to see their clubs go up against some of Europe's elite. You have clubs in Africa like Al Ahly gearing up to face Inter Miami, Sundowns going up to face teams like Borussia Dortmund. There are a lot of lesser known clubs going to face bigger clubs for the first time and in a competitive fashion rather than in friendly fashion. But then again, anything involving FIFA will have a lot of controversies tied to it, and that's the point of this whole video. And there's a lot of things that Gianni Infantino is kind of getting away with. So that's basically what I'm here to tell you. So before we expose Gianni Infantino for being a fraud, just like Martinez from GTA Vice City, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Like the video as well. I promise you're gonna enjoy every video you see on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this video. Now, the first controversy is probably one of the more well-known controversies by everyone, and this one had Messi fans like myself fighting in group chats. Like, there was no defending this one. And the controversy being Messi and Inter Miami's involvement in the Club World Cup. Now, obviously, Inter Miami were having their own historic MLS season in the 2024 season. They were about to break the points record, which was 74, which they eventually broke in the 2024 season, and then eventually went on to win their second ever trophy, being the Supporters' Shield. Inter Miami eventually went on to confirm this title victory against New England Revolution on the 19th of October 2024, a game that I actually watched on a very legal streaming platform. And it was an amazing game to say the least. Messi came off the bench and scored a hat-trick. Suarez had 2 goals and 2 assists. It was an amazing game to watch, and the commentary kept mentioning that Gianni Infantino was attending the game. Now, this one is kind of weird because Infantino doesn't really attend a lot of games, He attends, World Cup finals, the Champions League finals, AFCON finals, like big games, right? And this one was kind of weird because it was the last game in the MLS regular season, and why would he be here? And it was also kind of weird again where he went down to the pitch and started speaking to the fans, and basically, to summarize what he was saying, he was like, "Congratulations, Inter Miami. We love Inter Miami. The world loves Inter Miami. Football deserves to be in Inter Miami. Today, I am gay." Okay, he didn't say it in this one. He said it like probably another time. But the point is, he came on the pitch and announced that Inter Miami will be competing at the Club World Cup because they won the Supporters' Shield. And then that sparked a lot of controversy. Why are Inter Miami qualifying for the Club World Cup just by winning the Supporters' Shield? And by the way, that's not the end of the season. The end of the season is winning the MLS Cup because it's like a playoff thing. It's kind of like the MLS. From each conference, there's like a specific amount of teams that go into a playoff to win the MLS Cup. So that is the end of the season, which is weird as well because Inter Miami literally went into the playoffs and went out in the first round. That's the crazy thing about it, and they were qualified as hosts. And obviously there was no other reason behind it. Infantino obviously wanted to have the revamped Club World Cup with the greatest player of all time being Lionel Messi there. It's obviously going to have numbers in there, generating a lot of money as well. And who wouldn't want to have Messi at the first tournament? But at this point, just put Ronaldo in the tournament like we wouldn't care. We know that you're trying to make money off this thing. Just put Ronaldo in. We wouldn't complain. So another controversy that we have is pretty well known by everyone else as well, and is mostly brought up by the players, and we'll just title it Player Welfare. This one doesn't really have a story behind it. I just think it's a thing of players really getting overworked in the football space, and especially for the bigger clubs who are competing for every competition possible. So to use Manchester City as an example, they're competing in the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, and now also the Club World Cup. It's a lot of competitions to compete in and to expect to be competitive in as well, even though they've kind of been dog water this season. It doesn't make sense that these guys are in the top 4, by the way. But I digress. And basically with the competition extending into 32 clubs, that would lead to more games being played in the club season and less rest time for the players. And there are probably some idiots typing away saying, oh, these guys shouldn't complain, they play like 2 games a week and earn like 300k a week and stuff. Fatigue is real, guys, and recovery also is very difficult, especially playing football at a high level. You need time to recover, and it gets very difficult to play at the high level when you barely have time to recover, and that's like 50-60 games a season. And that's why the introduction of the expanded Club World Cup is very controversial, because it's adding more fixtures and less rest time for the players. It gets really difficult for these guys, and I pretty much understand their stance with this. It gets very, very difficult to stay fit. Now, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are familiar with the next controversy, and this one involves multi-club ownership. Now, FIFA have a rule that no club under multi-club ownership are allowed to compete in the same competition. Now, for example, if I had to own Orlando Pirates and also Orlando City from the MLS, they both wouldn't be able to compete simultaneously in the Club World Cup despite both qualifying fairly. Like, for example, if Pirates had to win the Champions League, which we did get eliminated in the semi-finals. And if Orlando City won the CONCACAF Champions Cup, they would qualify for the Club World Cup, but we wouldn't be able to compete in the competition simultaneously. Now, the 2 clubs involved in this situation is Club Leon and Pachuca, who are both owned by the same organization, being Grupo Pachuca. Now, multi-club ownership in Mexico is very, very common. Like, if you own 1 club in Mexico, what are you doing, bro? In Grupo Pachuca's case, they own about 6 clubs, most of them being in different countries. I could read them out, but I don't want to get second-hand embarrassment, so here they are on the screen. But yes, pretty much, Leon qualified for the Club World Cup by winning the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 2023, but same thing with Pachuca, who also won the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 2024, literally the next year, qualifying both of them for the Club World Cup. And everything was calm and said to be fine for these guys. Even Club Leon went on to sign James Rodriguez to improve their squad for the Club World Cup. But then again, something had to have happened. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pronounce this name as well. Okay, let's just search it up. Alajuelense. Okay, I think I got it. So basically, out of the blue, Club Alajuelense reported both Club Leon and Pachuca to the Court of Arbitration, arguing that both of these teams are under the same ownership, and then asking for one of the clubs to get expelled from the competition. Some people will look at this situation and say, wow, these guys are the heroes of football, they stopped cheating. But basically, the only reason that they literally did this was because they also wanted to compete in the competition themselves. When I tell you, these guys built the whole RICO case against these 2 clubs, and even stating why they should be the club that should replace them, even referring to their club ranking in North America. Now, the problem is that that club ranking is not recognized by both CONCACAF and FIFA, meaning that they have no case, and basically they snitched for no reason. And that eventually led to Club Leon being the ones expelled from the competition, unfortunately. So to find a team to fill in for that Club Leon spot in the Club World Cup, FIFA have organized a playoff game between LAFC and Club America, with LAFC being the runners-up of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and Club America being the highest ranked side in the official CONCACAF club rankings. And that game will be taking place on the 31st of May in 2025. This is a more summarized version surrounding the controversies with the multi-club ownership. And if you want to see someone go more in depth with the controversies, you can watch HITC Sevens video, which I'll make sure to link down in my description. I think you should check it out. He explains it more in depth and we'll get more information out of it. But outside of the controversies, I still do think that the Club World Cup will be a success, seeing the clubs being involved and the other clubs that are more smaller in size, trying to get the best out of themselves to win this tournament. It will be an amazing watch, in my opinion. I think the clubs from Africa, the clubs from South America or Asia are all coming here with a point to prove. And I don't think the Europeans will be taking this tournament as serious as the other guys, so probably we'll see surprises happening at the tournament. But of course, we made it to the end of the video. What other controversies do you possibly know about? If you do, please make sure you mention it in the comments down below. I'd like to know. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it, subscribe. For now, it's been me, 1010 Alpha, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.